Hi, and welcome to A Punk with Toys. My name is Lawrence, and today we're going to take a look at Ramen Toys Aces of Aviation Jolly Roger figure. Now, these are figures a lot of people have been waiting for. They're meant to look like Top Gun figures from the original Top Gun. So this is Jolly Roger. They can't use his real name. It's Tom Skerritt. So, we're going to take a look at him, see how he looks. And if you are interested in these are $70. It's expensive. So one figure is $70. The whole pack is $210. But down in the description, I'm going to leave a link. Hella Dope Toys has them. Use my code APWT and you're going to get 10% off. So if you're looking at a $210 figure, right, or for three figures, you can do the math pretty quickly, and you're looking at about 190 bucks after taxes and everything and shipped. So anyway, there you go. You get your Ramen logo. You can see the figure. You can see his helmet. Tells you exactly who he is. All right, it's meant to look like, I believe, an aircraft, but we all know that it's the F-14. There's the A for the Aces of Aviation, and everything. Like, we know these things because it reminds us of the Sky Striker, all these little logos. And then on the back, you have his helmet, his warning. I mean, I'll leave it here. You can pause it and read everything if you are interested. But anyway, we're here to take a look at figures. So let's open this up, take a look at it, see if it is if it's worth $70. $70 is expensive for a figure, but we spent a lot more on other figures. We also spent a lot less, but let's see if this one is worth it. But before we do, if you like this type of content, if you want to see someone give you something that maybe others aren't going to pick up because you're on the fence, take a second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, then hit that bell notification, and you're notified every time I drop something off the wall that you might have been interested in. Let's go. Alright, so here we go. I normally don't do it like this, but when I open a figure for the first time, I like to show you guys exactly what you're seeing, alright? So this just kind of pops out. It pops right off. What you have here is a cover, so he doesn't get all scratched up. And I don't see any tape on here or anything. Cover for the helmet, no cover on the face, and I wonder how easily, if he's just going to come right out. So he just came right out. I'm thinking everything is going to hopefully come out fairly easy. Alright. So there we go. They're in there pretty good, as you can see, but I'd say they're not too hard. Now, what we have here are some stickers, so we can put the decals on whatever figure, whatever you want it to be, I guess, right? Let's open this up quickly. We really want to see the figure, so these might be water slides. Actually, is what they look like. So you can use it however you want, put it wherever you need to. I'm obviously not going to put any of these on here right now, or probably ever, because, well, it's not my figure. Alright. So put that to the side. There's all the hands. Just going to lay this out. And then we'll get the helmet off. There's our mask. There's our helmet. So, once we got the helmet in hand, let's grab it. It is a nice, hard plastic. Looks pretty good. It looks like all the visor comes down. As it goes back up, that looks pretty nice. In the inside, it has real padding. So there's real padding to fit the helmet properly, or fit the head properly. There you have his logo. The paint looks really good. Alright, no scuffs on it. You can see a little bit of silver painted right on that. Look at that thing, just flips right down. And you got the nice glare. You can see my ring light right sitting there. Then we have his oxygen mask. This is very pliable. No, it is out of place. So it's just green. You got some silver up here, and then obviously you have your cord. Ooh, it's some sort of wire, I don't know, wire bend. So these are going to plug right in there when you want it on there. All right. So Gridiron did something very similar, but I think the helmet was actually a little bit softer. I had a real hard time getting that on there. But look at that. I know, you're like, it's not even on the figure. All right, we got some sunglasses. And these sunglasses are much more rigid than the ones we've gotten from Hasbro and some other companies. They look pretty janky, to be 100% honest. It almost looks like somebody had to cut them out with a razor blade and did not do a great job. So I can't really commend these. I mean, it doesn't look really good. Just my personal opinion. I like the rigidness, but around it, it looks very, very cheap and chintzy. It just doesn't look like it was cut off properly. All right. So we got some hands here, and boy, do we have a lot of hands. So we got some gloved fist hands. You got your detail in there. So you can see the color of the glove looks nice. It's green on the outside. It's got that gray blue on the inside. Here we have some open hands, right? So that's what he's probably going to be using while he's flying. Here we have the stick shift. Now this really makes you wonder, like, would they go ahead and do a cockpit of an F-14? I mean, that would be very, wow, that would be very ambitious, to be 100% honest. So we got a couple thumbs up, which I think is really works, especially if you get the Tom Cruise head. I mean, the Maverick head. Some open hands, a salute hand or karate chop, considering you don't salute with this hand, you salute with this hand. Another, I don't know what kind of hand that is. He doesn't have any weapons, so I'm wondering if there's any trigger fingers. Another open hand. Some sort of joystick is what it's supposed to be. I don't see any trigger fingers. And I understand he's not he's not going to be fighting anyone. But if you're grabbing this figure, you might want to use it as, I don't know. It needs a trigger finger. So there is a pouch with all his goodies, I'm assuming, that when he checks, I'm not sure. That's just his stuff that he'd be carrying everything in, right? And the details, I mean, it's just all green. All right, decent detail. Nothing out of this world or anything. But now let's get to the figure, because this is what everyone wants to see. And the face sculpt is pretty good. I mean, the likeness isn't perfect, but it's a good-looking figure. All right? He's got that flat top right there. Good hair there. All right, looking at those eyes. Ooh, that one eye is... Oh, let's look over the camera. And let's see here. So we have one eye that is looking the wrong way. So he either has a lazy eye or the paint did not get done well. And that's very disappointing for a figure that is as expensive as this is. He's got his mustache, and I mean, it looks decent from afar. But when I get close, I feel like it's just kind of, I don't know, maybe, no, it does actually protrude. You're just looking through the camera, it looks like it's just like a flat paint. But no, it does actually protrude through. All right. Looking at the detail here. It's got some nice paint here where you're looking at all these different hooks and it's where it's connecting at. So I love the silver. It really sets it off. It looks like there's 3 different shades of green. So you're going to have the actual plastic. You got a couple of these pouches. This is a different shade of green. Then you got your, yeah, whatever it's called. Your belts that go over it. Then you have his pilot gear. So I believe that Wild Bill for G.I. Joe is coming with something similar, some sort of pilot gear, or at least to look like it. All of this does come off. All right, so he's got his rolled up sleeves, and on the back you can see exactly how it's all connected. Got some nice black boots. Again, some more hooks down here. So all in all, everything does look really nice. Now let's look at this articulation, as his head can unfortunately not look up. It can look down. It is on a neck joint, side to side. All right, pretty smooth. There's his T-post. Talking about a brain fart. Bicep, really smooth here. All right, double pinless joints. You got your wrists that are going to move back and forth. All right, not sure exactly if I think he has an ab crunch. We're going to see about pulling this off in a second. All right, you're only going to get so much. So this is Jean-Claude Van Damme with this. You're only going to get so much knee bend here. All right, he has toe articulation. I don't think I needed that, to be 100% honest. It doesn't look awful, as it is somewhat hidden, but you can actually see where. Yeah, I don't need that. I don't need that on a figure like this. Just my personal opinion. So the question is, how does this come off? Well, let's see. That came off pretty easily. Does it unsnap elsewhere? So that's going to come off like that. Wow. And this is the first-hand reviews that I've talked about. This is what I like to do. That the whole suit is supposed to come off. But it definitely doesn't come off in the middle. There's no break on the back. So it looks like we actually have to break the figure apart to get this off. All right. His head comes off very easily. All right. I don't really know. Oh, we're going to come back to this. I think I'm going to stop the camera and look at that. So quickly, we'll take a look at the arms here. And the hands. So they come off different. This is the same thing that Mezco does. All right. Which I actually do like in some instances. But other instances, I just don't think it's the greatest. So we'll pop a thumbs up. Let's throw this over here. Because before we take this off, I'm definitely going to show how he looks. And then I'll come back to it. So there's his hitchhiking hand. And now let's get the helmet on, because everyone really would rather see that. So that's going to punch. I think that plugs in underneath there. And that's weird. Got his helmet. And how well does the helmet go on? Oof, man. I popped this out of place already. So that popped out of place. He's got this big flat top, and I think, man, I feel like this. All right, there we go. All right, so I guess it wasn't. You just have to get it on the right way. The big flat top causes a little bit of issues here. All right. I have this. I might have it in wrong. I'm not. Matter of fact, what we're going to do is we're going to pose it first in here. All right. So there you go. And that is how he looks, like this. Comes off really easily. Yeah, this is And all in all, it looks good, and the figure feels like it's a good figure. But I'm definitely having a few, I mean, this doesn't stay on very easily. It doesn't stay on good, as you guys can tell. I mean, I feel like you need a little bit of sticky tack or something. And I'm thinking this goes up underneath like this. I gotta go watch Top Gun Maverick right now. Don't tempt me. I love that movie. So there you go. It's hard to move them. I mean, this thing's gonna keep coming out. So this needs to be, in my opinion, adjusted. I don't really like that. It doesn't stay on that well. Pop the helmet off. Take the glasses. Now he has some. Well, he had some aviators, but I lost them. Oh man. To say I'm struggling with this figure would be the understatement of the night. To say I can't find those. I don't see those glasses. Oh, they're there. Thank you guys for sticking with me. And while you are, please take a second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Just want to see if these glasses even fit them. And then I'm going to stop the camera and see if I can figure out how this thing comes off. So they just stay on. I can't say that I would use them. I already kind of pointed out my issues with them. You can see they're not really smooth. There's a lot to be desired with this figure so far. So let me stop this, see if I can get this off, and we'll go from there. Alright, so quickly, he just pulls apart. Alright, I believe, because I know he talked about it, he's meant to come apart, so this is just going to fall right off like that. Alright, so that was easy enough. And now we're looking at how do we get this off, and I'm assuming the feet come off nice and simply. So that seems to come off like that. Now, I don't want to take the waist off if I don't have to. Because technically you can use this whole suit for another figure if you want. Alright. Oh, look, these pieces are separate. Oof. Oh boy, Greg is not going to like having to put this thing back together. Or should I say, I'm no longer going to like to have to put this thing back together for him. So this is supposed to slide off, I think. I don't think I can just get the legs off. Or maybe the legs just... I'm really worried that that wasn't supposed to come off that easy. But we, I guess, shall see. Because anything that pops off like that can be problematic. It's going to be more problematic getting it back on. So, the suit does come off. But to say that it's not the easiest is an understatement, as you can see, as I struggle. And I probably need something just to kind of push this thing through here. And of course, I don't really have anything right next to me that I feel would work. All right. This is going real well, but this is what you get as the first time. There you go. So, take an Allen wrench, push them out, and there's your flight suit. There's the legs for the flight suit. There's the upper body. I know this is taking a long time, guys. Now you have your guy that's in a complete disarray. And I'm wondering if the legs are different, where we're going to want them to be on. Looks like the legs might be the same. Nope. Okay, make sure what side goes on what. So here's your waist again. Alright, so just pop on easily. Alright. So, I might have them on the wrong way. Guess we're going to pull these things off and try again. Maybe. I know, this is riveting, guys, but thank you for sticking around. I'm just trying to show you what you're going to get out of the box. Nope. So this is how they are supposed to go. Again, this is what it's like out of the box. This is what I like to give you guys to show you exactly what you're going to be getting when you pick up one of these figures, or any figure for that matter. But everything does come off really easily, so I will say it is designed nice in that aspect. So quickly, we'll take a look at everything. So here's the design of the buck. All right, he's got 3 little zippers. You can see his t-shirt that's underneath it. Just some design. Again, green plastic paint here. He does have his watch, which has awesome detail. Holy crap. I believe Bobby B talked about this. Like, that watch has awesome detail to it. Like, I don't think you get much better than that. Look at that. If it ever stops shaking. But man, that detail is awesome. To the eye, it looks one way. Alright. So you can take a look at the boots a little bit better. His knees are super smooth. Obviously, we know he has the thigh cut right there. Ankle rocker. These are more like McFarlane feet. Not a big fan of these, although they do have... They do serve their purpose at times. So, he does have the ab... the ab rocker, not the crunch. It does move up and down here, side to side. This kind of feels like what Chartemis, I think, was trying to do with his figures when he was trying to design them. I wanted to have like multiple crunches. Maybe he had a different ab crunch. I don't know. I kind of forget those Street Human figures. It's been a while since I saw. There's no butterfly joints on it, so that's as close as his hands are going to go together. That's very disappointing. It makes the classified ones look amazing. So, all in all, it's a nice design figure. I think there's a lot of things that are left to be desired. But now it's time to wrap this video up because you guys have been very patient long enough. And I really wish, I guess I should show you what it looks like with one of the gloved hands. I have to say that one of the parts that would kind of disappoint me is that here he has a gloved hand, but his sleeve is rolled up. Why would you have a gloved hand if your sleeve is rolled up? I mean, I'm not crazy, right? Is he like... I mean, it almost looks like he's making glass and he needs the glove, but it's so hot. So, all right, let's just wrap this up. I think you've seen everything that you need to see about this Jolly Roger Aces of Aviation. All right, so here he is standing next to the brand new Retro Cobra Commander. You can see the height fits absolutely perfect. I'll throw up a Black Series. As you can see, Black Series are smaller, so he's not really going to fit with them. I have a older Valaverse figure, but again, if you know Valaverse fits with Classified, it's obviously going to fit with this guy. I have a Deadpool right here. Yes, guys, believe it or not, I collect other things other than just G.I. Joe, believe it or not. There's a Deadpool that's next to him, and here is a Ken from Jada Street Fighter. So you can see if you're going to be using him for Classified, he's going to fit really well. And I just wanted to show. Normally I don't do this too much, but I figure a lot of people that are going to be buying them are Classified G.I. Joe collectors. So there you go. All right, so there you go. That is your Aces of Aviation Jolly Roger. A good-looking figure, great face sculpt, other than the eye going in the wrong direction. There's a lot that is left to be desired. I know he's early on in making figures, but for $70, I have to ask a little bit more. I really like Ace. That's the owner of Ramen. Again, I did the Ramen Racer. I was very pleased with it. I was pleased with seeing all the tanks and everything. But as great as this figure can look, there are some things that, in my personal opinion, and for $70, I would like to see shored up. But you may not feel the same way, so I'm going to tell you once again, down in the description, go to Hella Dope Toys, APWT, that is a Punk with Toys, and you'll get 10% off your whole entire order, not just these figures. So you go over there and you're like, hey, you know what? I want these figures. They're $210. Oh, hey, I use APWT, and I'll get 10% off. Holy shit. I can order more and still get 10% off. So the more you order, the more discount you're going to get. And it really does help support some wonderful, wonderful people over there. Okay, I've showed enough about Hella Dope Toys. Now, what we need you to do is take a second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, then hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I drop something like this. Now, I'm going to get out of here, but don't go anywhere. I'm going to leave my review to the Ramen Racer right here. Have a wonderful night.